In the NFL, we know that there is no offseason. There are, however, pockets of time where there's nothing going on, and this is where content creators can drive you nuts with all the talk that they put out there. So I'm going to give you the top 3 reasons why you should ignore content creators, especially during the offseason. So reason number 3 is that they're just looking for the come up. And what I mean by that is they're looking to make a name for themselves or elevate their current position. For the faithful, we remember last year, the 2022 offseason, how the former Jets scout or intern, as he really was, came out of nowhere making claims, and there was others like him that appeared also. There were also guys with radio shows all around the country who came out of nowhere who said they had sources, who told them things about the 49ers organization, so they had insider information. All of these guys combined had us all sounding like Conor McGregor at some point.
Who the is that guy? Who the is that?
Now, side note, I want you to know that location does not matter. Okay, we are in the digital age. You can get information from anywhere, you can contact people from anywhere. However, if you hear a guy pop up, and he's from the great state of Kentucky, and all he's ever done is covered local Kentucky teams, and now all of a sudden, out of the blue, he has a contact in Buffalo that's telling him the Bills tried to trade Josh Allen to the 49ers, but the 49ers said no. That's when you have to put on your best Ed Lover impersonation and be like,
"Come on, son, get the fuck out of here with that."
Look out for these guys that's just trying to make a name for themselves. In the offseason, that's when they feed on this frenzy of not having information and they try to get themselves out there. Okay, reason number 2 why you should ignore content creators during the offseason is they're just doing it for clicks and views. That's right, pure clicks and view numbers. They're not reporting actual information to you. For the faithful, they know that we are a passionate and active fan base. They know when they put things out, it's going to get a reaction. Now, they have simple formulas to get a reaction from us also. Here's one for you, right? Take 49ers P, and P is a variable standing for player or personnel, and attach him to an existing rumor. It equals instant views. Take, for instance, this offseason with the story of Adam Peters leaving the 49ers to become the Texans GM. As we know, that is a rumor started with the Texans GM possibly leaving and rejoining the Patriots. That rumor had nothing to do with us at all. That was with the Texans and the Patriots. But what did the content creator do? He took one of our personnel and attached him to that rumor. And of course, he got instant traction. The formula works. Another quick formula is you take 49er P and you make a controversial statement. Look at Mike Sliver and Colin Cowherd. Last year, 2022, Debo's contract situation. They came out and they made the claim that Debo didn't want to sign his contract because he was upset about the switch from quarterbacks, moving from Jimmy to Trey Lance. Debo didn't want to play with Trey Lance. They came out and put this out there on their radio show, and Fox Sports even put it on their website. Meanwhile, while they're making this claim, Debo and Trey were hanging out living their best lives, just chilling. But the story got traction. It got some buzz. It got the clicks and views that they wanted. Another example is you take the 49ers quarterback and you just make a controversial statement. You make any statement. Why? Because they know it gets clicks and views. They know that the 49ers organization comes from QB royalty. You got Steve Young, one of the greatest left-handed quarterbacks ever, Hall of Fame quarterback. Possibly the greatest story of the football the 49ers have ever had. Then there's Joe. I don't even have to say his full name. I don't have to go any further. The greatest quarterback of all time. Talking about the 49ers quarterback gets clicks and views. How many times this offseason have you heard Trey Lance was getting traded? Controversial statement about the quarterback. Did it ever come to fruition? No. but they harped on it over and over. Look at Ian Rappaport. He put out a tweet talking about Trey Lance being traded. That tweet got 9.8 million views, almost 10 million views. He put out 9 other tweets that day, which totaled 4.5 million views. So one tweet eclipsed all his other tweets the entire day by double. That's the power of that formula. It's a simple one, and they know it works, and they will use it. And remember, these people have bosses also. So they need to get numbers. They need to get clicks and views to justify their salary. So they'll put it out there just to get clicks and views, not tell you actual information. So before we get to number 1, I'm going to define 2 words for you that's going to help you out during the offseason, and that's rumors and sources. Okay, when you see the word rumors, that stands for bullshit. The word sources means we made it up. It's that simple. So when you see a tweet like this that has rumors, some words, and some sources, you can easily translate that to, here's some bullshit that we just made up. If you keep that in mind, that will help you maintain your sanity during the off season. Okay, folks, here it is. Reason number 1 why you should ignore content creators is they're trying to insult your intelligence. That's right. I hate to break it to you, but they are insulting your intelligence to your face, and they're banking on the fact that you don't realize it. Okay? Just look at the guy in Denver who was an analyst, former player, on his radio show, who tried to break the Trey Lance arm tired issue. I remember he did this last year in the 2022 offseason. We know that the incident happened in 2021. So he's trying to break something a full year later after it happened. Also, he didn't come out and just say, Trey had a tired arm in camp, he got fatigued. No. What did he do? He tried to coin the term arm fitness, as if we didn't know what that meant. Total BS. Let's look at Ian Rappaport, our favorite guy this season. How many times did he come out and say Trey Lance was going to be traded? He's going to be traded before the draft. Didn't happen. During the draft. His latest one, Trey Lance will be traded in August, and he's going to be 3rd on the quarterback's depth chart when the season started. Think about that for a second. He's going to be on another team, yet on the 49ers 3rd in the depth chart when the season starts. How is that possible?
Oh,
How, Sway?
Are they going to split him in 2? It's pure BS. Now, I want to take you back to the Debo situation where his contract talks in the offseason. This was a quote from that whole verbal diarrhea that these 2 guys put together. Debo got really upset, and we're still not sure why. I'll try to find out once we start doing actual live journalism again. Wow. So you mean you're getting together, you're creating all this turmoil, and you haven't even researched it? You haven't done journalism? You haven't spoken to anyone? Incredible. And this is the problem. If you're paying attention, you see that I've been talking about guys who have the title of reporter or analyst, or my favorite one, quote unquote, insiders. Yes, we have to stop believing in those titles. They mean nothing. These people, they're just content creators. They're making up poo, throwing it against the wall, and seeing what sticks. Just because they have a big platform and they talk the loudest, that does not mean that they are right. And we have to stop using terms like false narratives and speculating. We should start telling it like it is. They are lying, and that's the truth. So these have been the top 3 reasons why you should stop listening to content creators, especially in the off season. I'm Ty. This is the Faithful 101. Stay faithful, everybody.